A war on all fronts. Drugs in World War II. World War II, a global conflict of unprecedented scale and brutality, pushed soldiers to their physical and mental limits. To endure the unimaginable horrors of the battlefield, both sides turned to a new kind of weapon, performance-enhancing drugs. These chemical combatants promised increased alertness, reduced fatigue, and a heightened sense of courage. Little did they know the devastating effects these substances would have on the men who relied on them. Among the most widely used drugs were amphetamines, particularly methamphetamine, known in Germany as Pervitin, and Benzedrine, favoured by the Allied forces. These stimulants became readily available to soldiers, often distributed by military officers who saw them as a way to boost morale and combat effectiveness. The widespread use of these drugs had a profound impact on the course of the war, affecting everything from strategic decisions to the individual experiences of soldiers on the front lines. Pervitin, the powerful German drug. In Nazi Germany, Pervitin was hailed as a wonder drug, a key to unlocking the full potential of the German soldier. The drug was initially marketed to the civilian population as a stimulant, a way to combat fatigue and improve mood. However, it wasn't long before the German military took notice of Pervitin's effects. The Wehrmacht, Germany's armed forces, began distributing Pervitin en masse to soldiers, particularly during the Blitzkrieg campaigns in Poland and France. The drug allowed tank crews to operate for days without rest, pushing past the limits of human endurance. Soldiers reported feeling invincible, fearless and energized, even after days without sleep. But the initial euphoria of Pervitin masked a darker reality. Benzedrine, fueling the Allied war machine. On the other side of the battlefield, the Allied forces were also turning to amphetamines to enhance their fighting ability. Benzedrine, the Allied equivalent of Pervitin, became a staple for American and British soldiers, particularly bomber crews facing grueling missions over enemy territory. The drug helped pilots stay awake and alert during long flights, combating fatigue and improving concentration. Benzedrine was seen as a vital tool for maintaining morale and fighting spirit, especially as the war dragged on. Soldiers, sailors and airmen relied on the drug to overcome exhaustion, suppress fear, and maintain focus during intense combat situations. However, just like the German experience with Pervitin, the use of Benzedrine came with a hidden cost, one that would only be fully realized long after the war was over. Tactical advantages and short-term gains. In the short term, the use of amphetamines undoubtedly provided tactical advantages for both sides. Soldiers could fight longer, endure harsher conditions, and maintain a higher operational tempo. The drugs masked pain, suppressed fear, and created a sense of invincibility, allowing soldiers to push beyond their normal physical and psychological limits. The Blitzkrieg, in particular, relied heavily on the use of Pervitin. The rapid advances of the German army were fueled in part by the widespread use of the drug, which allowed tank crews and infantry units to maintain a near superhuman pace. Similarly, Allied bomber crews relied on Benzedrine to endure long-range missions, bombing targets deep within enemy territory.